YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. I did post our move vlog. As you know or may not know, we recently relocated from Illinois to California, so we're in LA now. And I filmed some of our road trip, so if you haven't watched that video, I'll put the link in the description and you can click on that and watch it. It's short, it's like 10 minutes, but anywho, on Facebook, I made a post because most of the people on my Facebook are people that know me personally. So I made a post on there asking like what kind of content y'all want me to post, because I got so many ideas, like I don't know where to start. So I gave everybody options, like if y'all want me to do cook vlogs, if y'all want me to talk about give you more details on our move to LA, then I'll do that. And that's what majority of people were asking for. So this video is going to be about adjusting to LA. It was definitely an adjustment. And so let's get into this video. So I'm going to start by letting everyone know that LA is exactly what everybody says it is. A lot of traffic, a lot of people, very expensive to live. But if you're a hustler, you'll maintain. Like, this place is not for people who don't want to hustle. That's what I would say. That would be my number one advice. If you don't want to work, if you don't want to hustle, if you don't want to have more than one job, unless you have a good paying job, this place is not for you, okay? Like, and honestly, I feel like if you want to come here, you want to, and a lot of other videos said this too, about like having tough skin and about knowing yourself. And when I was watching the video, I'm like, okay, yeah, I know myself. What kind of advice is that? But now I know exactly what they're talking about because, as you guys may know, I'm a hairstylist. I was living in Illinois. I had my own salon there. I had a huge clientele there. But it prepared me, it did. But then there's certain things that just wasn't going to prepare me. And so, like I have my notes here because I had my notes on my phone, but I can't use that because I'm recording from my phone. So I got my notes written down. And I'm going to start by talking about the salon and the hair industry having to adjust from being in a smaller city to being in like this huge city. Number one thing I feel like I had to adjust to is being in a salon with all these people. The shop that I had was just me, my friend that does lashes, and then another friend of mine that does like updos and color and stuff. It's just 3 of us. The salon I'm at now, it may be like 30 of us, and that's a maybe. Like, it's probably more than that. But we get a lot of traffic. The salon is in a very popular area where, you know, a lot of coins are in the area, but at the same time, there's so many of us in one shop, and there's other shops lined up on the same street and in the same area. Like, you still got to get out here and hustle. I think I assumed that because I knew the salon was popular already, I already had a name, I thought that I'd be able to come out here and just use my social media and my nice energy to attract all these clients. And I did, you know, I get walk-ins, but it's not maybe one walk-in a month. That's what I'll say, because there's so many. I mean, but the months vary. So some months I might get 5 or 6 walk-ins. And they may be repeated clients after that. But then some months I might only get 1. So, because again, there's a lot of us doing the same thing. So what I had learned I had to do is go back to the drawing board, start from where I know. Like when I moved to Illinois, I didn't have clients. I went to beauty school in Illinois, so I had to start over there. And that's why I said it did help me. I'm so happy that I did spend the time in Illinois that I did and get my feet wet the way that I did. Now I'm seeing that it wasn't meant for me to just come straight here after high school, because that was my plan. Like, my plan was to move straight to LA. Let this down. Right after I got out of high school, I was gonna go to fashion school. And when I first got here, I was so mad because I'm like, I could have came here and did this, and I could have. But then now that I'm here, I realized that I needed to grow more. I needed to mature more, even though I've always been mature for my age. But you know, I tend to be a little naive, and now my skin is thick. Like, I'm not playing no games with people, because out here, especially now that social media is such a big thing, like, it's good to use social media to promote, but out here you meet so many people that's on TV or they're social media popular, and they want to come to you and get services for promotion. They don't all want to pay for services. basically, if they have like a K behind their following, instead of them paying you, especially if it's like 500K or up, they want to swap your services for promotion. And I don't think that really works. I'm gonna just be honest with you, because this is the video that I'm making, and I'm making this to help y'all. Like, I'm not gonna say it won't work, but I work in a salon full of people. We've all did this. We've all tried swapping our work for promotion, and everybody in the shop told me not to do it from jump, and I had to be hard-headed and do it anyways. And I didn't. I don't feel like I gained any clients from doing free services for someone who has a following, because you have to think their demographics might not even be in the area you live in. Just because they got 1 million followers, they could have paid for those followers, number one. They could have followers that are strictly mostly male, who not coming in and get no weave, so that's not going to benefit me. They could have, like, I had a client that was from Canada, and half of her followers could have been from Canada. Like, you know, they might come to LA and visit and get their hair done, but they may not. So then I've given you a free service for nothing. So, you know, I'm telling you this because my coworkers told me this, and like I said, I should have listened. Even my boss was telling me, like, no, we don't do free work for promo, because that's not gonna pay our bills. We have families, we have kids, we have bills, big bills, and I can't call up my light company and give them your promotion to pay my bills. So that's one thing I had to adjust to, that I wasn't used to living in Illinois, because it was a small city that we were living in, or town. And so it wasn't a lot of like social media famous people there. And to be honest with you now, I'd rather just have regular working women in my chair that don't mind paying for my services. They appreciate me, because a lot of the social media famous people come with bad attitudes. They want you to jump through these hoops for them, and they bring bad energy. And no, I don't like that. So that's one of the things I had to adjust as far as working here in the salon. I had to adjust to that, and then how far everything is, I had to adjust to that, because in Illinois, where I was living, I can go to the supply house and it's like around the corner up the street. Like, I can get there in 10 minutes or less. Another piece of advice I would give to you is to try to network wherever city you're moving in. Say you're moving from Alabama to Atlanta. You know, I would say try to go there a few times before you actually make that like your work home, and network. Go visit some salons, use social media to network with people that live there, let them know you're on the way. We actually went to California, went to LA spring break, so April. We moved in like July, August, but we went there spring break so that we can look at salons. I went to the salon that I work at now, talk to the owner, make sure that it was possible for me to work there, sit in to see what the requirements were. And then we also looked at apartments, but that was really a waste of time. I mean, looking at the apartments, it was nice, but when we moved back out here, we basically wasn't prepared for our move as far as the apartment hunting, because I'm self-employed, and what I'm used to doing is showing my tax returns for our move. And so when we came out here to move, nobody wanted to see your tax return. So if you're a freelancer, if you're self-employed, they don't want to see they want to see your bank statements, and then they want your bank statements to reflect 3 times the amount of the rent. So if the rent is $3,000, you need to show them that you're making $10,000 a month. They want to see that, and they want to see that within the last 5 to 6 months of you applying to live there, because they want to know that you're gonna pay your rent. They also look at credit, because my credit was decent, our credit was pretty decent, but for the area we were trying to move into, they wanted your credit to be top notch. They didn't care about how much money you had, and if you were willing to pay because your credit wasn't what they wanted, then you're gonna pay triple the deposit. So like one apartment we looked at, I think our rent was would have been $2,700 a month, and by the time she ran our credit, she was trying to triple our deposit, and she was talking about $8,000 to move in. Like, no, we're not doing that. So we live in we live in a really nice neighborhood. We're just not as close to the area that I wanted to be in, which is where I work. I wanted to be where I can walk to work. and I can still get to work like less than 25 minutes, less than 20 minutes on a good day. But we live close to my family now, so that worked out. We have a daughter, so in case we need to go do anything, go anywhere, or we need a babysitter last minute, my auntie's next door. I can basically just knock on her door and say, hey auntie, watch the house, or can my baby come over here real quick until we get back? So that's one thing I would give y'all the heads up on, that if you're self-employed, make sure you put your money in the bank. Whatever you want your income to look like, you need your bank account to reflect that. Otherwise, they might try to triple your deposit, or you just won't be living there. Basically, when you move into a bigger city, just be ready to get on your hustle. Like every day, when we first got here, if we were leaving our hotel, I did my hair, my makeup, got my business cards in my purse, a whole handful of them, as many as I could fit, and I was handing out cards. If my husband was at the DMV trying to get his license and stuff together, me and my daughter, we're either apartment hunting, and while we're apartment hunting, I'm handing out cards and telling people where I work, showing them my Instagram. We follow each other, like, and what I learned is it really don't matter like where you live. I think I assumed that because LA is such a big city, I thought that all the stylists would already be on this type of stuff, but like I came out here and I was not playing, because I'm used to a certain lifestyle and I'm used to making a certain amount of money, and I want to go forward, not backward. So like I said, I don't think we could have been really prepared for this move unless we had a job that would have transferred us and had our home already ready for us. I think that's the best that we could have done. But other than that, I think you kind of have to get here and just jump in and go, because I've talked to other people that just moved here and they agree too. Like, we ended up staying in the hotel for about a month. We stayed in, I think, 3 hotels and an Airbnb. So it took us a good month to find a place to stay. And that part was stressful. Like, it took me a lot of adjusting to living here. Like, I'm telling you, I was so moody. My attitude was I was so just irritated with happy to be here, but just irritated to have to start over. And having to get used to being around so many different personalities where I worked at. And, you know, just learning how to stay true to yourself, because you're around so many people. You have to learn how to, like, say no to people, keep to yourself. Like, oh, I got a text. But anyways, I want to make sure I don't leave anything out, and I'm trying not to make this video a long video. Another problem that we ran into is they changed the vaccination laws. So we don't want to vaccinate our daughter, and the law used to be that you can like you could like use your religion or personal beliefs to get this exemption, and now they changed the law and you can't. You basically have to have a doctor's note to get your child exempted from getting vaccinated. So just want to throw that in there. I mean, most people get the kids vaccinated, they get the shot, so most people probably won't feel like that's a big deal, but I wish I'd have known before I came out here, because that's a whole nother subject. But yeah, we're in the middle of basically trying to figure out what we're going to do next year. We're going to homeschool her, if we're going to put her in private school, we're going to try to find her a charter school. The plan is to keep our child vaccination free. She hasn't been vaccinated in I don't know long, and you know, since she was born, she got vaccinated then and for her kindergarten year, but she ain't been sick or had nothing seriously wrong with her. And then I talked to other people out here that are from different countries, and they haven't had any vaccination because they came out here before the law changed, and they haven't been sick. So you shouldn't be able to force me to do something to my child. Like, if I have an option, if I can choose whether I can have an abortion, I think I should be able to choose whether I want to vaccinate my child. So, anywho, I want to make sure I tell y'all everything. You know, pros and cons. Of course, it's always going to be pros and cons. I think what I assumed, though, one thing that I assumed living here that I was wrong about is like grocery stores and stuff, little stuff like that. I just thought that, damn, every store we go to about to get packed. We won't find no parking spots. We're going to be in line all day. But literally, there's a grocery store on every corner. Like, there's a plaza like every couple of miles, and they all have grocery stores. There's gas station, like so that part is not as crazy as I thought it was gonna be. But the traffic is crazy. But I've learned to know the times of the day to get on the road. GPS, like I turn my GPS on to see how long it's gonna take me, so I can look at the traffic before I get on the road, so I know. And of course, there's a lot of homeless people out here. Lord have mercy, there's so many homeless people. Like, I'm used to it now, but when I first got here, I was giving so much money out to people. Like, I finally had to be like, let me buckle down and stop giving all my money away. Like, I like to bless people and I like to give to people, but damn, everywhere you go, at the gas station while you pumping gas, people walking up to you, like coming out the store, people standing out the store. Like, I finally learned to just keep walking sometimes. And if it's on my heart to give, then I'll give. But if I can't, or if I'm in a hurry, then hey, it won't happen. That's the pros or the opportunities. Like, there are a lot of opportunities. Like, I've only been working here since August, and it is March still, yeah. And I've already had like a lot of celebrities in my chair. Just not, I don't talk about them and I don't post them because it's confidentiality. And I've had a lot of good clients already. Like, I feel like I'm doing so good that just got here because I'm following these steps, like networking. Like, when I'm telling you, like I said, we was in the hotel at least 5 days out of the week, we were up, ripping and running, trying to get our move. And while we were doing that, even after we moved, I would still get up, do my hair, do my makeup, go to the grocery store, whatever's close to me, if I don't feel like driving far, and hand out my cards. And then I have other little things that I did, like as far as social media, that helped me. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put an ebook together, try to launch it on my birthday, that's in May, and give you like in detail, because this video would be long if I was to explain to y'all how I became my clientele. But I didn't even realize how fast my clientele was built until like a few weeks ago. Me and my coworkers were talking and they was like, man, you always busy, like you here more than most of us, like what you do? And I was like, I just came here, handed out my cards. And most people don't want to hand out cards. They don't want to face-to-face market themselves. And that's where you kind of go wrong at, because I feel like, I don't know, when I meet people and I can already tell kind of the type of woman that's my client, so I'll give them my card and then we'll start talking. And like majority of the time they hit me up, even if it's like weeks from now or months from now. They're like, hey girl, I got your card at the XYZ. And I'm like, oh my gosh, so it worked. But my coworkers thought I came here with a clientele already. Like, I didn't have one client. I didn't have, because like I have my auntie that lives next door, is older. She's like in her 60s, maybe almost 70. So she ain't worried about getting her hair done. And my cousins, most of my cousins here are boys. Like, my cousin did come to me. One of my cousins did come to me to get his hair braided, but he also already had a beautician. And I'm not here to steal clients, because what you put out is what you get back. I don't need anybody stealing my clients. But I also believe that people that are meant for you, and they're gonna stay. What's meant for you, you're gonna attract. People can't block that from you. And like, I could definitely vouch for that, because like I said, I didn't have anybody that was like, oh yeah, put me down for, what day you start, August 19th? Okay, put me down for August 25th. I didn't have that. Like, I literally had to go out and get clients to get in my chair to pay booth rent. I'm paying booth rent. So like, I'm not working at a salon where I'm getting paid hourly, so I'm gonna get paid either way. Now, what's good about our salon is you can assist other co-workers. Like, I would assist some days, but I didn't come out here to be an assistant, so I couldn't get too comfortable with that. Like, you're gonna make money, but you're not gonna make a lot of money. But what's crazy is some people, I'm realizing that some people only think so big, and it don't really matter where you live. You can live in Arkansas, where I was raised. You can live in Illinois, where I just moved from, or you can live here. Some people still have small minds. Like, some people only see themselves being big enough to do certain things. But I know I didn't come out here to be playing, and I didn't come out here to be working for the rest of my life. So all of that are the reasons that I had to get on my stuff, even though I had days where I was so frustrated. Like, I've never cried so much in my life, I feel like, because I had so many days where I was just like, ugh, I don't want to do this. Like, I definitely don't want to go back to Illinois. So that was another thing. It's like, girl, you better get your ass up, hand out these cards, get on this Instagram. I was working like every day, 7 days a week when I first started, because, hey, we have to make ends meet. So I think I covered everything pretty much. Everybody, y'all are more than welcome to comment below and let me know like what other content y'all want me to post about. If you're in the LA area and need a beautician, the specs on this hair, this is Indian wavy hair. I guess I better mention that before the video's over with. And guess what? This hair is old, 2014. I've been reusing this hair since 2014. Now, this bottom bundle is new, but these top tracks, honey, Like, I reused this hair. I done made 1,000 wigs. This is a closure wig that I'm wearing. And so, yeah, if you need a stylist, I make wigs. I sell wigs, full lace wigs. Holla at your girl. I'll put my Instagram below. Have a good day. Thank you for watching. YouTube. Wanted to add this to the end of my video. You know, I'm looking basic. I don't have on any makeup. I just slapped a curl in my bang real quick. But some stuff that I realized I left off my video once I got ready to edit. Number one, the grocery store bags. If you live here or visit here and you go to the grocery store, just know the grocery store bag's gonna be 10 cents. I think there's certain parts of LA, like maybe in Hollywood, they don't charge you for a bag, but where I live, which is like Culver City, Baldwin Hills, Inglewood, Ladera Heights type area, you're gonna pay for a bag. But the bags are good. Look, I got a bag right here. Look at how sturdy these bags are. And I put this rip in here, but like you really have to pull. Like this, you're not gonna rip trying to carry your groceries up the stairs in these bags. So I can say they're worth 10 cents. But if you don't want to pay 10 cents, you know, get you one of them little bags you see people walk around in big bags with handles. But I don't even like carrying that because then you're trying to put all your groceries in this big old like duffel bag. Like, no. So what I said I was gonna do is keep some of those in the car and just walk in the store with some grocery bags already in my purse. Then the last thing I meant to mention to y'all is the nightlife. I'm not gonna say that it sucks because I've had a good time going out here, but you need to get to the club at like 11, which is something we're not used to. Like, even I grew up in Arkansas. When out in Arkansas, we would be out till 5 in the morning. Then when I lived in Illinois, they clubs don't close till like 4. And other places I done traveled to, Miami, we be out all night. LA, I mean, unless you can find some little house parties to go to or some, what they call them, after hour spots. But if you're going to a club or even a restaurant or a bar, the alcohol stops at 2 a.m. So just to let you know, me and my friend and my husband attempted to go out in November, got to the front of the line, gave this man $40 each. And luckily my friend said something about, oh, I can't wait to get my drink. Because he responded like, oh, there isn't any more drink. She's like, y'all ran out? And he's like, oh no, it's 2 a.m. So after 2, the alcohol stops in LA. And my friend was like, what? Give us our money back. So he gave us our money back, but he was like, yeah, no matter where y'all go, like, y'all can go to a restaurant, y'all ain't getting no alcohol. Y'all go to the liquor store, they're not giving y'all no alcohol. Like, he's like, what? So just wanted to throw that in there and let you guys know. Like I said, I've had a good time when I went out, but it was early, which is cool with me. I don't mind getting out early. It's just getting used to having to be out early. So I just wanted to throw that in there for you guys. Make sure I give y'all an accurate, you know, little pros and cons video. Another 6 months, I might make another one, you know, once I get more of a feel for the things that I didn't expect out of LA. But I think this completed my vlog, or I ain't gonna call it a vlog. I think it completed my video. So thank you guys again for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else y'all want me to talk about. Yeah, have a good day. Thank you for supporting me and watching my channel. Have a good day.